Hello children. So in the chapter motion, this is the next part and we will start with the next graph, that is velocity time graph. We have done distance time graph or dt graph. This is the second graph, velocity time graph, or we can say speed time graph. If velocity and speed are one and the same thing. When these two are same, when a body or an object is moving in the same direction in a straight line, then velocity and speed are same. So we can say it velocity time graph or speed time graph, or in short we call it as VT graph. So by this graph we show the graphical representation of motion. Motion is graphically represented by two types of graph. The first is distance time graph and this is the second velocity time graph. So we are starting, what is this graph? So on a graph, these are the two axes of graph. This is y-axis, this is x-axis. On y-axis, velocity is taken. All of you know the SI unit of velocity is meter per second. On the horizontal axis, time is taken and the SI unit is second. So these two axes are taken. The values for velocity or speed, they are taken on the vertical y-axis and the time is taken on the x-axis. This graph represents the relationship or the change of value of velocity with relation to time. If time is increasing, what are the values of velocity? So this graph shows the relationship between velocity and time. So we have different situations, different cases to plot these graphs. We are having 3-4 cases. So first I will start with the first case. What is the first case? Suppose the velocity is constant. Velocity or speed is constant. Then how will be the graph? The graph in this case will be like this. This is velocity, this is time, and this is the graph line. So suppose the velocity here is 5 meter per second. This is 0 and this is time in seconds. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds. Suppose this is the graph and we have a graph line. We achieved a graph line which is horizontal to the base, to the x-axis, parallel to the x-axis. Now how it is achieved? How we get this type of graph? So what are the points? When the velocity is constant or speed is constant. So the points are, first the velocity is constant, second, or we can say speed is constant, then the second we will say motion is uniform. What does it mean by motion is uniform? It means that in equal distance is travelled in equal interval of time. Then the motion is uniform. So here the speed is or velocity is constant. We can take the example. Suppose a car is going with 40 km per hour. Every hour it travelled only 40 kilometers. Second hour 40, third hour 40. The motion is there, but it is constant or the uniform motion. So the third point will be distance increasing. Can you see the distance is increasing or not? Suppose these are hours. Instead of seconds, suppose this is hour or this is 5 kilometer per hour. Suppose this is the case. So in first hour, the car goes 5 kilometers. This is the speed. In second hour, it goes 5 kilometer. In third hour, it goes 5 kilometer. In fourth hour, it goes with a speed of 5 kilometer per hour. So the distance is increasing. In 4 hours, 5, the total distance covered is 20 kilometers. But the speed is constant. It is 5 kilometers per hour. So how can we say velocity is constant, motion is uniform, distance is increasing, and fourth, speed is not increasing and it is constant. This is uniform. And the fifth important point is no acceleration. Acceleration is not present. Why acceleration is not present or zero acceleration? Why it is zero or no acceleration? Because you know acceleration can happen only if the motion is not uniform. If the speed is not uniform, there is change in speed. You know the formula for acceleration, A is equal to V minus U upon T, rate of change of speed. Unless the speed changes, no acceleration will be there. Here in this case, we are seeing that the speed is constant. It is 5 kilometers per hour, not more, not less. So speed is not changing. It is constant. When speed is constant, then there will be no acceleration because acceleration needs change in speed. So this is how, if velocity is constant or motion is uniform, we get this type of graph, and the graph line is parallel to the x-axis. Now a term comes into picture here with this type of graph, and that term is known as area under graph. Area under graph. What is this area under graph? Graph is this line. This line is graph, and this area up to the x-axis is area under graph. This is graph line, and the area below this graph line up to the x-axis is known as area under graph. Now we can calculate this area, the magnitude of area we can calculate, and what this area shows. This area shows the distance traveled by the object. How we come on this conclusion that this area is equal to distance traveled by the object? How we will see? All of you know that speed is equal to distance upon time. This formula, the first formula, very easy formula in the motion, speed is equal to distance upon time. So distance will be equal to speed into time. Is it okay with all of you? Distance will be equal to speed into time. So if we know this speed and we know the time, so we can calculate distance. So this is speed and this is time. If these both quantities are multiplied, we will get the distance. But this distance is not y upon x. It is in multiplication. Speed into time. So we have to calculate the area under the graph line. And suppose this area is a square or rectangle one, then the formula for the area for rectangle is area of a rectangle is equal to base into height. This into this. multiplied, base multiplied height will give us this distance. So we can calculate distance from this type of graph where the graph line is a horizontal line. So we can calculate. I will show you by the same how can we calculate. Suppose this is the graph line. Suppose we take 2 points here and here on this graph line, and we draw 2 perpendiculars from this graph line on the x-axis. These are 2 perpendiculars are drawn, and if we calculate the area of this rectangular which is shaded, then we can know the distance covered in this time of interval. In this time interval between A and B. Suppose this is A, B, this is C and D. Are you following this? So what I have done, this is the graph line when the motion is constant. So a straight line is there parallel to this. Now we have taken 2 points A and B on this graph line and we put 2 perpendicular on X. So this is A, B, C, D. We want to know the area, the distance covered between A and B. So this distance we will get by the area of this rectangular ABCD. Suppose C we assume as T2 and this is T1. This is the time difference. At 3 this is 2 and at this 1 hour it is T1. So by putting the formula, distance is equal to speed or velocity into time. As I have just shown, speed into time is distance. So what is speed? Speed is this line BC or AD. It shows the speed. This vertical line, it shows the speed. So speed is either AD or BC, and how much is this? 0 to 5 km per hour. So speed is 5 km per hour. So this is the speed, and what is the time? Time is this much, T2 minus T1. T2 minus T1 is the time. So 5 into T2 minus T1 is equal to 3 minus 1, that is 2. So the distance covered it 10 meters. The area of this rectangle is 10 meter square. So by knowing the area, we can calculate the distance covered by this object. So by this graph, we can calculate the area under graph, and the area of this graph is 10 meter square. Now we will take the second case. The second case will be when motion is not uniform. What does it mean? Motion is not uniform. The second case is when motion is not uniform. It means equal distance is not covered in equal time interval. Then sometimes it may be more, sometimes it may be less. So the motion is not uniform. The second case, motion is not uniform. But the important thing, what is this but? The change in velocity. Change in velocity is uniform or constant. What does it mean? We see that velocity is changing. In first second, it is changing from 10 to 20 meter per second. In the second it changes to 20 to 30 meters per second. That velocity is constantly changing, but the change is uniform. That in every interval of time, the change in velocity is same. We have done it before also, and the example is a falling ball. We have done it quite a number of time. This ball is falling. Initially its velocity is 0 meter per second. After 1 second, suppose its velocity is 10 meter per second. After 1 second. After second, its velocity is 20 meter per second. After third second, its velocity now is 30 meter per second. So velocity is increasing throughout with time, but the change in velocity is constant. How? Here what is the change? 10 minus 0 is 10. Here what is the change? 20 minus 10 is 10. Here what is the change? 30 minus 20 is 10 meter per second, 10 meter per second and 10 meter per second. So in equal interval of time, 1 second, here also 2 minus 1, 1 second, 3 minus 2, 1 second. So in each second, the change in velocity is same or constant. So we say, though the motion is non-uniform as the speed is changing, but change in velocity is uniform or constant. This is the second case. And now we will plot the graph for this type of motion, and we will get a straight slanting line which is going upward, inclined upward. Here it is velocity, here it is time, and this is the graph line. So when speed is changing uniformly, change is uniform, then we get this type of graph line. So what will be the points? We can write the points here. 1, 2, 3, 4 points. What are the points? First is motion is not non-uniform. Second, you can write speed is changing uniformly. Third, speed is increasing. Fourth, distance is also increasing. Distance is increasing. Fifth, graph line, or you can write this point on the top as a first point. Graph line is straight slanting line, inclined upwards. What is this? Graph line is straight slanting line, inclined upward, going in this direction. A straight slanting line is this. So this point we can write on the top also. So these are 5 points. Now the most important point is what this graph line is showing. Which physical quantity is shown by this graph line. So the quantity which is shown by this graph line is acceleration. So this type of motion it shows, and this acceleration is uniform. Uniform acceleration is shown by this graph line. So this type of motion is also known as uniformly accelerated motion. So these motions are uniformly accelerated motion. So how can we say that this graph line is showing acceleration? So we will just prove how this line or the slope is showing acceleration. We know the formula for acceleration A is equal to change in velocity upon time. The acceleration is change in velocity upon time. So this is the slope of the graph. Slope of the graph is equal to x is y upon x is s, x. You know this. So what is x is y? X is y is velocity. Suppose here it is v, here it must be u. Or if we are taking in between, one is v, the other is u, or we can take v2, v1. So on x-axis, this change in velocity is there, and on y-axis, change in velocity is there, and on x-axis, time is there. So this slope is equal to acceleration. And when the slope is acceleration, so this upon this is acceleration. That is, this graph line shows acceleration when velocity is taken on y-axis and time is taken on t-axis. This x-axis, time is taken on x-axis. This is how we can prove that this graph line, it shows acceleration. Acceleration is change in velocity upon t. Change in velocity is on this axis and time is on this axis. So y upon x is slope, and slope is equal to acceleration. This is the slope of the graph. So this is the second case. Now the third case and fourth case together, or third case first. What will be the third case? Third case is motion is not uniform, the same, but change in velocity is uniform or constant. The same thing is third. And one thing more, change, or you can say, and speed is decreasing. So what are the three parameters of this third case? Motion is not uniform. When motion is not uniform, there will be acceleration. Second, change in velocity is uniform. That is, in equal time interval, equal change is there. Velocity is changing uniformly, or change in velocity is constant, as we have just seen in the example of falling ball. But one more parameter is added, the speed is decreasing or negative. The speed is decreasing or it is negative. So what will be the graph here? The graph show like this. This is v, this is t. The graph line will be from here to here. The initial speed is here and this is the final speed. It decreases like this. And this type of graph, it show retardation. Retardation or deceleration. Deceleration, or we can say negative acceleration. So we can use any word. So this type of graph shows negative acceleration or deceleration or retardation. What are the other points? The speed is, second we say speed is decreasing. Third we say distance is increasing, because from here to here distance is going on increasing. Distance is increasing, and this is the case of uniform negative acceleration. The acceleration is uniform. When it is uniform, that's why we are getting a straight line. The line is not going here and there. This graph line is straight line, slanting line, coming downward, inclined downward. So acceleration should be uniform. When uniform acceleration will be there, then only we can have a straight line. But this acceleration is negative in value. That's why we can call it retardation, and it causes when speed decreases. Suppose a car is going and the driver applies brakes. When brakes are applied, then the speed is decreased and retardation is there. And the example of this type is ball thrown upwards. When a ball thrown upwards, retardation is there in the speed of ball. So this is third type of case, third case. Now the fourth case and the last case. Fourth and last case is, it is not going. Motion is non-uniform. It is okay. Motion is not uniform. And acceleration is also not uniform, or we can say not constant. Why this acceleration is not constant or not uniform? Because the change in speed is not uniform. What does it mean? It means then in equal distance, in equal interval of time, the change is not equal. In first second, it may change, the speed may be suppose 5. In second, it may be 10. In third second, it may be 7. So with time interval, different speeds are there. The change in speed is not uniform, so the acceleration is not uniform, though acceleration is there. Suppose this is the graph again. This is V, this is T, and the graph may be like this. This graph may be, I will draw it again. This graph may be like this, a curved line. So you can say curved line graph. Second, speed increasing. Third, speed not uniform. Fourth, change in speed not uniform. Acceleration is there, but acceleration is not uniform or not constant. So this is the case with this type of graph. It can be like this, or and the other we can draw one more. It can be like this also. Any shape it can take if the motion is not uniform and change is also not uniform. Then the graph line will be a curved line. It can take any shape, curved shape, because sometimes the speed is less, sometimes the speed is more. So this is the 4 types of cases with velocity time graph. One more thing I want to tell you, one important thing. This is not going. So I will take the other pen. Now we have this graph of uniformly accelerated motion. As we have just drawn in second case, uniformly accelerated motion, uniformly the acceleration is uniform. So we have this graph, this is V, this is T, and this is the graph line. Suppose we want to know the value of acceleration. We want to know the value of acceleration. What will we do? we will take any 2 points on this graph line. Suppose this is A and this is B. We will draw perpendiculars. What we are calculating? We are calculating the acceleration between A and B. The acceleration is constant, so the acceleration will be equal at any point on this graph line. From here to here, from here to here, from here to here, acceleration will be constant because this is a straight slanting line. So we take A and B and put these two perpendicular on this x-axis. This axis showing time. Suppose this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5 hours. Time in, suppose the time in hours. And this is the speed. Suppose this is 10 meters, this is 20 meters per hour, hour. This is 20 meters per hour. Now this is here, this is 30 meters per hour and it is 40 meters per hour. So on this the speed is there, on this the time is there. If we want to know, it's not acceleration, we are calculating distance. So from this graph, which is of a uniformly accelerated motion, we can calculate distance. And distance is calculated, as we know, by area under graph. So this is the graph line and the area under graph is this one and this. So what we have done? We have taken 2 points A and B on this graph line. This is uniformly accelerated motion, the graph line of uniformly accelerated motion. We have taken 2 points A and B and we plot two perpendiculars on this x-axis, one from A and one from B. So we have A, B, C, D, E, A. So this is a trapezium. We can calculate the area of this trapezium also, or we can calculate for ease. We have divided into from B to E. So we can calculate the area of this triangle and calculate the area of this rectangle. So first, all of you know area of triangle is equal to half base into height. So it is half. What is base? Base is BE and this is equal to CD, which is T2 minus T1. Or we can write the base is BE into height. Height is AE. So this is how area of rectangle, this triangle is calculated, and then area of this rectangle is length into breadth. So it is BC, or we can take ED, one and the same thing, BC into this CD. This CD is equal to BE. And when we join, when we sum up both area of triangle and rectangular, we will have the complete area of this trapezium, and that area is equal to the distance travelled by the body when it is uniformly accelerated. So this is how we can calculate the area from these type of graphs, and this is all with velocity time graph. We will do some numericals also, and in the next video, next part, we will do equations of motions. So this is all. Thank you.